Hi, my name is Sarah Deering, and I will be performing as the Wild One from David Campton's The Cage Birds. How long have you been here? Days, weeks, months, years? Have you always been here? Doesn't anything matter to you beyond aches and food, scandal in the reflection in your mirror? Isn't there room for anything in your mind but prejudice and fear? You are denied your basic human rights and you don't even care. You are prisoners. No, I'm just trying to understand you, that's all. Just try. Did you ever behave like me? Did you ever beat at the door, shout protest slogans, complain about the injustice of it all? Or shall I, given time, become like you, secure in my own little space, perhaps working out beautiful, complicated, useless plans for escape? Never! Listen to me! You are going to listen to me! Listen! The world stretches farther than the few inches between your ears. There is another world out there! Listen! We are going to escape. You, me, and all the others. A door is only a door. Enough hands can break it down. Listen! You could be free. All of you. Must I be caged because of your lack of willpower? I haven't the right. Have I? No right to come in and commit such an outrage? I come bursting in and within minutes turn your comfortable, non-communicating slave society upside down. No, I didn't. I only tried. I didn't succeed. I couldn't succeed because you're not alive. You can't be alive because if you were, you'd be charging at that door with me. All shoulders together, boom, thud, pow, crash. There you sit. I haven't the right to stir the dust. I'm the wild one who doesn't belong. Ignore her. You have to ignore her because if you didn't, you'd either have to break out or break down. I'm sorry. No, I'm not, but it's an accepted figure of speech. I'm sorry, but if you don't like me, you'll have to do the other thing. I'm sorry, but I'm the wild one, and the cage has not been built that can hold me. Thank you. Hi, my name is Sarah Deering, and I'll be performing as Guide from Victoria Wood's Bronte Burgers. Right, I'm your official guide. Now, before I show you around, I'd just like to fill you in on a few details, as we like to call them. As you can see, we're standing in the hall of the Hallworth Parsonage, where Hallworth's parson, the Reverend Bronte, lived with his daughters, the famous Bronte sisters. Now, alas, no longer with us, but they have left us our novels, which I've not read, being more of a Dick Francis nut. Now, if you just pass by me into the parlor, this was what was known as a parlor in those days, somewhat similar to our lounge-type sitting room affair in modern terminology. I'm afraid the wallpaper isn't of the actual and original period of which we're referring to. It is actually Laura Ashley, but I think it does give some idea of what life must have been like in the blustery old Yorkshire community of long ago. The portrait on the wall is actually of Charlotte Bronte, one of the famous Bronte sisters, and of course to us she may appear a rather gloomy-looking individual, but you must remember, these days she'd probably have a perm or blusher, or I suppose even drugs might have helped her to maintain a more cheerful attitude. Now, if you'll just pass me by into the Reverend Bronte's study, this is a typical study in which to do studying. As you can see, there's a table, a chair, oh, my poncho, I've been looking for that, and I like to imagine the elderly old gentleman hunched over a sermon, perhaps thinking, oh, where's my cocoa? I bet those girls are writing another chapter, or something like that. We just can't be sure what he was thinking. Unfortunately, he died too eventually. You must remember this is an extremely exposed part of the United Kingdom. I mean, it's May now, and I'm still having to slip that polo neck under my bolero. Now, if you just look on the table, you can see the Reverend Bronte's gloves. They tell us a lot about him. He had 2 hands, and he wasn't missing any fingers. We think they were knit by one of the famous Bronte sisters. I don't think Branwell could knit, and being an alcoholic, he'd never have been able to cast on. Now we just hutch up the stairs. This was originally Charlotte's mother's bedroom. In fact, Charlotte's mother died in this room, and Charlotte died in here too, so you better not stay too long. Just my joke. In that glass case, you can see what we call a day dress. That is a dress worn at day, not at night. We think it was either worn by Anne or Emily, presumably not Branwell, unless he has more problems than history is prepared to tell us. Now, a few dates for the date-minded. The Bronte family moved here sometime in the 19th century and lived here for quite a number of years. As I say, Charlotte died in this room, and those are her slippers, and I like to imagine her in this room with her slippers on, dying. Now, if anyone would like to take home a souvenir as a souvenir, we have Bronte body warmers, acrylic mitts, pedestal mats, and novelty tea strainers. Now, if anyone would like to try a snack or refreshment, they are available in the Heathcliff Nosher Bar. And please feel free to sample one of our very popular Bronte burgers, or, for the fiber conscious, our Branwell Bronte burgers. Thank you. Thank you.